What I'm going to tell you is not for the faint of heart. So you'd better get your tea, popcorn, and seatbelt on. In front of the entire cast, did Spice just reveal Bambi's dark secret? Did someone mention the released video showing Spice's ex-boyfriend in a nail salon, half naked, conversing with Bambi? This is more than just drama, darling. The set was torn apart by this Category 5 messy hurricane, which seems to have been staged by Jerry Springer's ghost and aired on Zoo's network. Now picture this. You've arrived in a tranquil hideaway. Fake friendships are just surviving. Healing crystals are glowing, sage is burning. And then Spice delivers a bomb so explosive that the reunion arguments seem like a Sunday picnic. Bambi made an effort to appear innocent. Spice, however, it rocked the set more than Carly Red's face in a lie detector test. She brought receipts, screenshots, timestamps, and an entire damn video. What actually happened then? Who was made public? And why is this instability only now becoming apparent? Let's dissect it. Hold on tight. Things are going to get serious. Let's not act as though we were unaware of this one. 'Cause peace is always on borrowed time when Spice is present. And you can bet your bottom dollar that time is up when Bambi is involved. Let's take a moment to remember who we're dealing with before we discuss the volcanic explosion that occurred on set. A former Spice dance hall queen becomes a fire starter on reality. TV, flipping wigs and tables has become this woman's profession. She doesn't miss. Darling, you came to get her. Be prepared to attract attention and make headlines, as well as Bambi. Let's just say that Bambi's history with men is messier than a buffet table at a hip-hop and love reunion. 1 minute married, the next cunning. More love triangles than a math textbook have ensnared her. Let's just say that the last thing anyone received was healing when these two ended up on the same therapeutic retreat. Whoever had the notion to place these two either merits a raise or jail time for being in the same area. This is the point at which things change from untidy to girly. Make a security call. Rumors circulated in the glitzy room that Bambi had been secretly corresponding with Spick's former partner. This story isn't about a man, so we won't even exalt his name. It concerns what Bambi is said to have done to him. First, make a tea only. Murmurs were heard. Small chat, you know? Spice believed it to be trivial rumors. No offense until she obtained something from which no reality star can ever fully recover. The video. Additionally, not simply any video. While Spick's ex is shirtless, we're talking about Bambi at a manicure shop, laughing during FaceTime. He bit his lip while relaxing without a shirt. That type of aspect time, yes. Not merely the behavior of friends or coworkers. It was personal. Even worse was from months ago when Spice and Bambi were grinning at each other like they were best friends on set. Let's begin the countdown. Due to the fact that Spice did not arrive to play D first, she said nothing. Like nuclear code, she clung to that footage. During the group moments, you could see it in her face through the side eyes, whispered judgments. And micro then it happened, with the words, "I got something that will destroy your whole storyline." Spice got up, took out her phone, and played the video in front of everyone on the third day of the retreat, while the producers were setting up some cheesy group healing circle. Nothing, just chaos, no context, no warning. The room fell silent. Bambi's mouth fell to the ground. Everybody froze. The screen displayed Bambi flirting with Spice's ex, as if it were a rom-com audition, just as Spice had promised. There were yells and gasps, with several cast members clutching their pearls. According to reports, one of the assistants sobbed and fled the room. At first, Bambi attempted to deny it. "Girl, that's not how it appears." It appeared to be everything it shouldn't have been. Spice didn't even speak louder. She simply stood there, composed and deadly, as if she had practiced this 20 times in front of a mirror. She sat down as if she had just won a Grammy for the cutest performance in a reality TV show after saying, "This is who y'all defend. This is the friend y'all always pick up for." Not to mention the other people in the room. Some made an effort to appear indifferent, but the features were telling. A different tale, darling. She's dead wrong. One cast member murmured as another continued to whisper. I told y'all something was off. But Bambi wasn't going out quietly. She flipped after the first shock. She got up, stepped in front of Spice, and began yelling, You've always been jealous of me, girl. Jealous of what? A FaceTime affair? Spice maintained her composure and grinned as if she had anticipated this outburst. Why did she beat her with jealousy? When scandals occur, you don't even have a house to hide in. The room exploded. A chair was knocked over. Chill was nowhere to be found in the building as another cast member yelled, Y'all need to chill. 5 episodes ago had packed up and left the hideaway. At this point, the producers were shaken too. The audio technician dropped his microphone. Not even a cut was made by the camera team. As if it were the Super Bowl, they simply zoomed in. Let's be clear, was more than a trivial TV feud? Was high-def screen character assassination? Why was it worse? Spice asserted that she had other videos as well. Oh no, she said emphatically. To the gathering, you guys think this is bad? Hold on, I'll be dropping part 2 soon. Even the facilitator of the healing circle discreetly packed up her crystals and departed at that point. Part 2. There's more. The retreat became a public battleground because she realized this was not her mission. Alliances disintegrated. Friendships were destroyed, and individuals began picking sides more quickly than a Monday morning tweet. The new VH1 Civil War pitted Team Spice against Team Bambi. However, it didn't stop there, because Spice quietly reminded Bambi that context doesn't change FaceTime with your friend's shirtless ex. Even as she continued to yell about how the video was taken out of context. What precisely is the right setting for that? Spice and Bambi? Weren't that close? And Bambi defended the man by saying wasn't prohibited in theory. That's like swiping someone else's leftovers and saying it's not theft because they didn't finish the meal, sis. No, it doesn't operate that way. Just when you thought it couldn't get much messier, a second cast member stepped forward and said, If we're airing videos, I got something too. Wait, another video? We conclude part 1 there. We are delving into the mayhem that ensued following the release of the tape in this video. The responses backstage and how this alleged retreat became the largest ambush on reality TV since the table flip didn't demonstrate the extent to which the producers went into complete panic. Security was apparently placed on standby in case things got physical after the release of the second video. In addition, the network executives were suddenly panicking. According to a production insider who will speak to Q, we knew there'd be drama. That's why we cast them. But we didn't expect to leaked videos and an entire betrayal timeline to drop in one day. We were scrambling. Why? Since a lawsuit could result from leaked footage, damage management is necessary. Meanwhile, Spice remained cool. According to reports, she sipped her drink and reclined back with a smug expression, telling producers, I didn't even get to the genuine tea yet. Hold on, you're saying there's more? Bambi had hurried off set in the meantime. After going to her room, she began to scream at the producers, off camera, accusing them of putting her up and threatening to quit the show. Let's be honest, though. Was it karma on camera or was it a setup? The public's response was harsh and quick, was immediately picked up by blogs. The retreat descended into a brawl akin to a reunion when the Shade Room uploaded a video with the caption, Spice drops receipts and Bambi catches fire. Hollywood Unlocked followed shortly after. It was revealed that Bambi and Spick's ex had a FaceTime romance. On set, things became physical. The call was coming from within the house, and fans were retrieving previous episodes and going through every sequence where Bambi and Spice hugged and spoke, leaving a note that read, Meanwhile, Sis was plotting. Then the phony insiders appeared. You are aware of the individuals who say they are employed at VH1 or who actually work there. According to one story, Spick's ex and Bambi had been speaking for months. And before the drama erupted, he was even scheduled to make a cameo this season. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter. The narrative was already out. Another person wrote, production knew about the video weeks ago but waited until the retreat to let Spice drop it. This was a plan set up for ratings. The internet had already decided that Spice was the undisputed queen of receipts. But let's take a moment to reflect. It wasn't just the scandal that made the situation go viral, but rather Spice's performance. Instead of screaming or crying, she pressed play and let the video speak for itself. That kind of restraint was lethal. Bambi, on the other hand, panicked, fumbled her defense, and attempted to gaslight the room. And the more she spoke, the worse it got. At one point during filming, "Y'all are just mad because I'm the baddest one here," she allegedly yelled. "You are the worst at getting caught," a crew member whispered. Brutal. Furthermore, this drama did not confine itself to the retreat's boundaries. No. It permeated private phone conversations, direct messages, and cast group chats. Instagram, a few cast members began unfollowing Bambi. She was dimly shaded by others who went live. Some of them are planning on your leftovers, and one even posted, "Be careful who you call, sis." Fans were calling for Spice to get more attention, as she was being commended for her maturity, poise, and boss move vibe. Her own independent program, a petition called Justice for Spice, was also created by some. Come on, she revealed a betrayal with precision, an Apple-style keynote presentation. She deserved the flowers. But guess who else was pulled into the mess? The mayhem doesn't stop there. Yes, the shirtless FaceTime star himself is Spic's ex. All of a sudden, he was the public's worst adversary, dissecting his body language as if it were a CIA interrogation tape. Fans DM'd him, left comments on his postings, and even retrieved old recordings of him and Spice together. The man then had the gall to publish a mysterious Instagram story with the words, "Y'all stay tuned for the complete story." Hey, if you don't sit down and delete that account, here's the unexpected twist. The whole event was altered to make Bambi appear terrible, according to someone from her side, and Spice was envious of her connection with the network. Since it's a huge power move to play flirtatious FaceTime calls with someone's ex, correct? We've reached a stage where the audience is divided. Bambi is being tormented by half of the internet. The other half is attempting to fabricate conspiracy theories about her being set up by the producers. As if things couldn't get any worse, the network reveals a surprise cast member addressing and resolving tensions via video conference. Let's simply state what transpired during that meeting. Unfortunately, it didn't end there. Another insider claims that, in all honesty, they may be correct. In an attempt to accommodate the chaos, producers are reportedly locking in an emergency re-edit of the season's upcoming episodes. Several confessionals have been reshot and the network reportedly canceled other shows in order to prioritize airing this mess. Behind the scenes, the chaos is reportedly complete, with crew members being split into two groups, Team Spice and Team Bambi. APA was fired for allegedly leaking BTS footage, and cast members are being instructed to keep quiet. The security for the reunion taping has been doubled because Spice refused to remain silent and instead chose violence. And there you have it, people. The set of Love and Hip Hop just turned into the Jerry Springer Show. And Spice is obviously not here to play games. Sis brought the entire damn filing cabinet. From Bambi's alleged sneaky link with Spic's business to the destruction of friendships, the shifting of alliances, the hanging of reputations. And one question that reverberates across social media like a haunted wind through the halls of the H1 drama: who's next to get exposed? The question now is, who is telling the truth? Did Spice really sneak in with Spice's ex behind the scenes? Or was this all a masterclass in calculated clout chasing? After all, nothing shouts publicity stunt louder than a conveniently leaked video with HD clarity and dramatic zooms. From that on-set explosion that had the entire crew gagged, this is reality TV at its most unhinged and finest. "I'll show you hell." She delivered that phrase like she was trying out for a Netflix thriller. Phew. We need you to end this tea party. But give her the Emmy already. Do you believe Spice attended? Far, was Bambi captured in a setup? Or was she acting shaddily? And should the rise in ratings make hip-hop and love producers feel grateful or ashamed? This comment section is going to be messier than the reunion episode, so share your best opinions in the comments section. If you enjoy craziness like this, please hit the like button, subscribe,